Good afternoon, or I should say good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me on the launch of Pearl Warrior. I am Melissa Kabong, and I'm a PCOS warrior myself. And this event means so much to me for many reasons. One, I'm having in PCOS Awareness Month, which is a great thing. And a couple of years ago, I was diagnosed with PCOS myself. And how I was told about PCOS was, let's just say, very uncompassionate by the doctor who told me about PCOS, who told me I was diagnosed with PCOS. But not only that, I was told I was not able to have kids. And I have to be really honest, I was 20, or in my 20s, I should say. And children was not at the top of my agenda at that point in time. So I paid it little mind. But things were still happening in my body that was very uncomfortable. I didn't have anybody to actually lean on, anybody to give me answers. So I fought the good fight and I took everything that the doctors told me. I just took it and walked with it. My main symptom was acne at that point in time. And I was on metformin and the pill. Fast forward to 2020, or let's say 2021, my symptom came back. I should let you know that I had a child in between their 8-year-old son. My symptom came back, and Headstrong never took over on metformin or the pill anymore. I started to do some research. On my journey, I started to have conversations with many women, and yes, their symptoms were very different, but they all had one thing in common. Well, I should say many of them had something in common, which was they felt defeated, they felt judged, they felt hurt, some of them felt worthless, and they just accepted, they just gave up. And that is why this program means so much to me because I'm like, there's something, I must do something, or what can I do to help women feel better about themselves and just dominate their life. This is what this program is about, this event is about. I'm hoping that it's happening annually, so fingers crossed we'll see how that goes. Her means not only her, the pronoun, but her means the H means holistic healing because to truly fight the battle with PCOS, you have to heal holistically. Talk about mind, body, and soul here. And then the E means embracing yourself, all flaws and all. You have to love who you are and live a life, live your life. And then the R means reclaim your power, reclaim your life. This is your life, and you have to make the best out of it. And that's what this is what this project is about. So, without further ado, I want to bring in my guest. My first guest for the first show of Pearl Warrior is Jessica James. Jessica James is the founder of First Lady Fit and Wellness. She's a certified coach and I should say a certified physical educator and a motivational coach. Now, I have trained with Jessica for let's say about 16 months, and might I add, it has been virtually. And I have seen firsthand where she has gotten results. Now I have my own achievements, but it's not about me at this point in time. I've seen where she has gotten results from ladies who are battling with PCOS and other medical conditions, but their whole demeanor has changed. Not only that, yes, they got the weight loss or whatever weight goal they were trying to achieve, but I've also seen a lot of ladies who were told, like me, they were not able to have kids. We saw a lot of them, many of them who actually were able to have children with Jessica's program. So I'm going to bring Jessica on, and Jessica's going to give us some insights in terms of how to heal the fit and wellness well-being. So hi, Jessica. Good evening. Good night, I should say.
Hi, good night, honey. Good night. Good night.
Good
Thank
night.
you so much for having me.
Yes, thank you for actually taking the time. I know you have a very hectic schedule, and definitely thank you for taking the time to come in and help me empower women to feel good about themselves. I know you're big on motivation, and that's one of the reasons why I've stuck with your program for so long because you make you feel, get up in the morning, you feel like, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, I could do this.
I was listening to your introductory on your version of Picos, and I must say, you know, for you to actually come here and what you're doing, it's really a blessing because you know what, you come to share your story, your personal story. I can see it was very emotional as well. I just want to congratulate you on what you're doing because this topic is something that so many women, they are afraid to talk about it. They are embarrassed. They are depressed, and they really don't have any idea as to why certain things are happening and how can we really try to curb certain things, because it's basically levels to the picos, and you're some people, they feel like they are out of control when it comes to why this is happening. Like, they would tell me, I don't know why I'm putting on all this weight. And when I ask the questions, do you have PCOS? Okay, let's start there. So I'm really, really proud of you for taking this initiative, for just doing, Her Warrior. And what you're doing, it's amazing. And I can't wait to see where this is going. So let's get ready to start the fire.
Well, thank you so much. I am happy that you took the time to support me on this initiative. So, I guess the first question everybody will want to know is, it's like an obvious question, but why is exercise important not only for ladies with PCOS, but general lifestyle in terms of having a healthy body? Why is exercise important?
It's really, really important for a lot of different things. It's not just one thing. And that's why I keep using the term holistic. Because some persons, they would come to just lose weight. But you know what? When you check it out, they have businesses, they have children, they're dealing with different situations, they're dealing with work, they just have like 10 things going on at once. And the only thing that they tend to do is to put themselves on the back burner and keep going back and further, and it's just a whole turmoil. So what we try to do is to create that happy space, that happy hour, to make sure that that person is happy, that they are really happy when they come for that 45 minutes or 30 minutes. That's when you want, is either in the morning time, that's where, before you start anything, we get up, what you would know, we get up early in the morning, where your mind is clear, where you really focus on putting in something for yourself before you go on to do the people work.
Yes.
Because for me personally, I also have a degree in sociology, and I would have done my research in the system, the work field system, where I would have saw how the weight can easily come on, how sickness can easily come on, how death can easily occur. Mainly because you're working, you're seeing about the work, you schedule your lifestyle, and when you look now, you reach 40 something, and then you have to use your retirement money to see about yourself. How does that make sense?
Telling me.
So, you guys know I just came back from the US, and that's one of the things that's mandatory that a lot of persons look for is the health department, the health benefits. Because the goal is, you don't want to, that insurance, you're not just waiting to die after you finish work. You want to be healthy, you want to be wealthy. So fitness, what we tend to do, it's holistic. It's mind, body, and soul. Not only that, but we want to motivate people to just become their best version, to not give up on themselves, to not put themselves in the back burner no more. So we encourage them to at least put 20 to 30 to 45 minutes to see about themselves. Otherwise, if you are not good for yourself, you won't be good for anyone else. Simple as
Agreed.
that.
I agreed 100%.
Mhm.
But we use the word exercise very loosely. Does exercise really mean going to the gym, exercising, or the cardio, or could exercise mean just any physical activity once, depending on what you like? What does exercise really mean?
So I'll tell you my personal experience as to now, it have so many different things that you can do,
Right.
as everyone knows. So I love my little dancing. Some days I put on my music and darling, I whining in the bathroom before I jump into the bathroom and billing a sweat. I love salsa. I love to dance. And when you look, you would realize that that in itself is workout, because you have to focus, you have to keep the body up right, you have to do these different things, even sitting in your office, right?
Right.
What you have to do, I encourage my girls to keep your chest up, shoulders back, sit up properly. So most of them, they would be here. So what I encourage them to do is to practice these things. Keep your core tight. So you could get an exercise anywhere. It's based on how you see it and how you want to see it. So if you're based on your personality, if you love dancing, if you love jogging, if you love walking, if you love skipping, whatever you like, find something that suits you. It have different exercises as well, yoga, just so many different things pertaining. Anything that gets the heart rate up, the cardiovascular system up, you're cooking with gas.
You mentioned yoga there in terms of what's the benefit to yoga? Do a lot of people Now I tell you my version, right? So I've been to some yoga classes and I was bored. I became bored because probably I like the let's do this. So I
Yeah.
became really bored, but I know there are a lot of benefits towards yoga with regards to yoga. So
Hmm.
how can yoga help someone with PCOS? Right.
No, it has so many different types of yoga, and like I said, based off of your personality, in First Lady we love action, and I think now I remember we had one yoga person that came through, and she did it with us during the COVID period, but I told her specifically what I wanted. I wanted her to motivate and mentor and really work. Now, if you're tricking, now what I do, I trick my girls. So if you're really focusing on flexibility and sexiness and motivation, you would find they really want to learn to bring the leg back. You would find they really want to get the stretch in because it makes them feel confident. It makes them feel sexy. It makes them feel like 16 again. So the
Right.
goal is to get them to do things. Some persons, probably the older, not even the older person, because I'm coaching some 51, 58, 60 something year old woman, and their body operates as though it is 24. So we want to get something in, like I said, based on your personality. If you're like boom boom, you can do a little yoga. When you look, you just make it exotic and nice based off of what's going to motivate you, what's going to get you mentally right. Because with this whole PCOS, it drives a lot of women into depression because when they look, they're getting the signs, the hair, the acne, the punch, the fupa, the excessive weight, and they cannot control it. They don't know how to. So it's based off of that personality, and when we figure out what that person really really like, then we break it down. So for example, I was coaching a client out in the US, and she told me, like, it had her so angry. She said, if I don't lose any weight, I'm not coming back to train with you.
Oh gosh.
And I was like, oh my God, you know so I'm there like, okay. I said, well, how about if I promise you 15 pounds down for the first month, the first 4 weeks, you will, So I realized with the PCOS, it have people up and down in personality. And some days they come the sour, some days they come the nice. But love conquers all.
Support.
Love,
Support.
motivation, and support, it conquers all. So the method was, I realized she was angry because the weight is there, she's seeing her body, and I said, you're beautiful. And then the days come by now and we going, she dropped down to 7 pounds the first week. She said, I'll lose 7 pounds, but that's water weight. I said, okay. So at time I tell her, I said, let us go outside for a jog. Let's go. You guys know I just take my clients on the highways, wherever I want, they have to listen to me. She said, if I have to go, though, I'm not coming to train. So I realized she was in a mood that day. The peak was tripper again, moody. I said, well, okay, not a problem. Come in, let's work at the gym. So into the whole process, I was seeing it live now, how the PCOS have a up and down. But the PCOS is something that you had to keep attacking, and you have to show that person love, and you have to let that person see how beautiful they are. And this is okay. It's okay for it to happen. But the thing about it is that you have to dress up, you have to show up, and you have to give your best. You have to give your best self, even to anybody that is around you. You have to fight this battle. Lo and behold, 4 weeks passed. She's 16 pounds down, and she rehired me again. And she started to laugh more, and her personality changed. And of course, with the evaluation, I had to tell her, now these are the things that you was doing, which I don't allow. But I allowed you to be yourself, and I allowed you to create that space. I created the space easily, but love, motivation, making someone understand and breaking down who they are, what they can be. She 16 pounds down, and she's back onto the program again.
Confidence. You build her confidence, upliftment. That's what we're looking for.
That's it.
I mean, say you touch on so many things there with regards to the symptoms that, with regards to PCOS, in terms
That's it.
of that we have the mood, multiple personalities, and people start to think she's very moody, but it's not necessarily
It's
that.
not that.
We speak about the ordinary, the acne, the facial
Yes.
hair. Some women have deep, how
Hmm.
they speak,
Yes.
weight in their lower tummy, and all these other
Yeah.
things. I
And
know
it
you.
makes them angry.
It makes
It
them
makes them
really angry.
angry. And even if it do, like I said, you don't know what that person is going through and you don't know how they are feeling. But what you have to do, love conquers all. So at that point in time, my method, I'm going to make you laugh, but I'm going to kick your ass. I'm going to make you laugh. Because laughing helps the hormone. It releases a different secretion, which makes you happy. So
That is
when
true.
you just have to make the people happy, but you have to know that personality, and it all starts with the mind. It all starts with conversations, and it all starts with understanding. Some persons you have to talk about food. They love food, so we will have a conversation about food, but you're not gonna have it. You're not gonna have no fry wings. But you could tell me all about it. We could dream about it, but you're not gonna have it because we know you cannot have it.
I guess, and that's probably why it's working. And the fact that she's coming back shows how it's working.
Hmm.
Shows how it's working.
Oh yeah, they would tell you directly your
Yeah,
shit. They
because
would
she's
tell you they would tell you your shit. They would tell you dry. The woman tell me I'm not coming back. That's the first time a client ever told me that. But I know I'm fighting the picos. I know it's not her, because she know I'm a very loving, kind person. She could see my personality, but I know it's the picos and how she's seeing her body. She probably watching me and saying, "What just had for here talking about, health and wellness, but your body done perfect." And I
true.
watching your body now because I want to put on a little weight, right?
You
I had
too.
all the days of my life. So when I see them come with a size now, I don't discriminate. I love it, but we try to just sculpt and get it to where we want it to. And then the weight, like I said, the weight comes on a little more rapid because sometimes they're struggling with that and some women don't even know it.
Some
And
of
then
them
they
would
give
get
them the
married.
medication, which makes them blow up faster.
Yeah.
The steroids, all those stuff in the system, it makes them blow up a little more faster. So we try to get them now working alongside our nutritionists. We try to get them off the medication and just kind of get them through that natural, organic route and let them fight for it because they have to learn to fight.
They have to learn to fight. They have to
Yeah,
learn to. They have to not give up on themselves. And
that's
the
right.
fact that your client there, try to demonstrate a positive attitude, that speaks
Yeah.
a lot. It speaks real
Mm-hmm.
volume. I know you speak a lot about pelvic exercises. I have heard time and time again, if not every class, I hear about pelvic exercise.
Mm-hmm.
What is the importance of pelvic exercise and how can it help ladies with PCOS fight? What's the benefit
Yeah.
to them?
So the thing about it, you have to have a private segment.
Right.
And when you're working out now as a woman, some women they experience, you want to strengthen the pelvic, you want to wake up that area down there. So we do plenty. Like for me, my groin, it feels like a rock. Like if you go to poke it and I tense you, it's like the muscle is like very well built, right? So what we try to do, I try to show women how to use this area. Of course, it comes with proper dieting and everything, but we want to strengthen the muscles. We want to really work on strengthening the glutes, strengthening the muscles, strengthening the abdominals, and it just helps all around because it's alive. Best believe it. Some people think, okay, when they have a fupa that it's dead. It's alive. So we do specific exercises, and I trick my girls all the time. They would realize that when they come with the fupa, they would realize after 4 weeks it just gone. But I would put in exercises always to trick them to work on those
Yeah.
area downstairs.
Yeah.
I would
That's the
always
same.
do it. Huh?
Your pelvic, is that connected to your core? The core
That's right.
exercises
Yeah.
is
Mm-hmm.
connected to the core. Because I know
Mm-hmm.
you speak a lot about maintaining your core. You speak about your
Maintaining.
maintaining.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
So that is like your trunk from straight down. We call it the groin muscle. From straight down, come straight up to your upper torso. We call that is like your trunk. If that is weak, you're going to find yourself crunching. You're going to find yourself weaky. If somebody push you, you can't come back. You're going to find you want to really strengthen that midsection. You want to strengthen your glutes. You want to strengthen your core. You want to strengthen your lower abdominals to have a full, complete package. That's
Right.
going. You're going to love how that area looks once you really start paying attention to it.
What are some signs that somebody has a weak pelvic muscle, though?
They get a lot of back pains. they can't keep up, they can't hold up themselves. And one of the main things is like stability. When their core is weak, like if somebody just poke you, you go in all here because you don't have a strong core to come back, right? If you're walking, your reflexes is not as good because your core is so weak, so you get a lot of pain in the stomach. I mean, a lot of pain in the back. Just weak posture. You even like when you're standing, some persons, because of how they work in their neck have a way where it goes out and it goes out and it goes out. So it's just a whole alignment. We tend to focus on a proper alignment from the toe straight up to the head, wanting to make everything really nice and straight, nice tight core. Not just to look good, but for support. You just want to support your body. You want to support your anatomy, basically. So you have to have strong glutes and you have to have a tight core.
All that has to be
Support.
sexy.
Of
All
course,
that has
exactly. And the outcome is it looks amazing. It really looks amazing.
because
Mhm.
you feel so much better about yourself.
Of
I think
course.
I think you start to whine more in the mirror and stuff when you start to see results and stuff. All of a
Yes.
sudden, you want to go to hospital.
Hmm.
I'm speaking from experience. Yeah, I used to
Yeah,
do
and,
that.
and so many women, even after pregnancy, some of the main reasons why we also do the little Kegel exercises is because after pregnancy, battling with the PCOS, it tends to give you like a fupa, and it gives you like a big lap over there. So some women
This is
think
the
that it can,
kangaroo punch. That's the kangaroo
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
thing. Right.
That's like the fupa. It gives you like a little extra belly to the bottom. So what we tend to do is we just want to really work, like, you want a flat stomach, but you really want that nice and lifted as well. You want that to come back because some women think that it cannot come back. So just one of the main things I'm going to say it. Sometimes if your lower muscles, your lower abdominal muscles is weak, when you sneeze, you're going to pee. You'll pee on yourself, right? Because when you sneeze, the pee is going to come out because your vagina walls muscle is not contracting properly. It's not tight. So some people, when they experience that they cannot hold up a pee, they cannot hold it up for nothing. So we do these exercises, all around holistic exercises, to really help tighten the vagina muscles and to tighten the groin area, to tighten your hip flexors, to make sure that you are able to be in control of your body.
How often do you need to exercise, Jeff? Like, I have people ask me that, like, I should say I was battling with it also. How
Hmm.
often do you need to exercise really until you need
A
to,
really good
yeah,
3 days for the week. 3 days for the week. 3 days for the week is fine. But like I said, some persons, when
yeah.
they are 200 and over, 300 and over, I want to be in your face every single day, Monday to Tuesday, and I may give you some rest Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But
Yeah.
Saturday or Sunday, you have some homework because the thing about it is clients would play little tricks on you. They would. We have to get results at the end of the day. So the goal is, as much as you want to give them some slack, but you really don't want to give them some slack because they are paying you for a service. They are paying
Right.
you for results. They are paying you. They would laugh with you and enjoy your program, but they are paying you when the month come to see some their figure is looking good. They are feeling confident. They are happy and enjoying the process.
Good.
So 3 days for the week for regulars, but in First Lady Fit and Wellness is Monday to Thursday, twice a day.
Yeah. What, half an hour?
Like about 30 minutes is fine. You could get a really firing workout in 30 minutes or 30 to 45 minutes based on your level. For beginners level, you could start with just 30 minutes. 30 minutes is just perfectly fine. 20, even 25 minutes. Just work your way up and build your confidence. Take your time, baby steps, beginner level. Take your time. Nobody's rushing you, nobody's bullying you, nobody's pushing you. Take your time. The goal is, even if you start with 20 minutes, and that's the 20 minutes that you have to work on yourself, the 20 minutes is fine. Do what you need to do, but start.
Mhm. And in terms of cardio and weight training, how do you tell the difference in terms of, okay, I have PCOS, some people, everyone is very different. Everybody is different. So cardio may not be beneficial for everyone. And so
Right.
too, weight training may not be as effective alone for everyone. How do you decide in terms of which one to do?
So for persons who are 200 and up, I
Yeah.
make them stay right away from the weight, because guess what? Their body is a weight. Why would you want to put weights
On weight.
on it? It does intimidate them. It
Right.
does make them nervous. It does make them cry. It does hurt their feelings. Now, it worked for some persons, but for me, they are not seeing no weights until we get at least 75% of the job done. And that's with raw calisthenics, all body weight. I will bloodbath you with your own body.
I know what
I
that
will
feels.
get to the nitty gritties, because you're going to have raw strength. You're going to have real fitness. You want to be able to run, jump, squat, and not have pressure. When you add at that point in time, when somebody coming at a beginner at a beginner level, straight, just give me what you can. I'm working with you. I'm working with you right now, with your weight. Now, for the skinny girls, they have a different goal. They are gains girl. So we use a lot of resistance and we use the weight. But again, not too harsh, because some persons, when they come in, they do not have a foundation. They may look skinny, but still they do not have a foundation. So both across the board, you want to build a proper foundation. You want to build their confidence. You want to educate them on what they are doing, what is working for them. You want to make sure that everybody have a level of fitness that not have any. You cannot just throw them into the fire. So where do we start? With proper foundation, all body weight for the first period, and then eventually we work with bottled waters or 5 pounds or 10 pounds, and we work our way. But by that time, it's because they have real fitness. They could run, they could jump. They will tell me personally, they will message and say, just I couldn't do this, I couldn't. But now I'm able to. So then we up the game. So we start at a beginner level and build confidence and build that person's self-esteem. So when some persons they think when they are that weight, um, they're coming in and you're going and throw this band them. No, 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 no. We starting with walking. Me and you going to walk. I walking with you too. I am going with you, and we taking our time and building your self-confidence and really trying to understand how your body operates and the things that make you slack off and head back to the same nonsense. So we have to have those conversations. That's why we have a lot of conversations virtual, and really kind of that those are the things that we see on registration forms that make people relapse, and what's causing depression and what's causing people to want to commit suicide, because it's that serious. So you do not want to intimidate people, make people be afraid of trying to take care of them health.
That is one of the biggest reasons why I think a lot of people with PCOS probably want to keep throw in the towel and just give up
Yeah.
because of the judgment and the lack of self-worth
Yeah.
and being afraid and intimidated in terms of what people will say about me and think about me. And
Yeah.
so
Mm-hmm.
having those programs that could allow them to be themselves and take it one step at a time
Yeah.
is really, really, really good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's an emotional train. And like I said, the goal is once they really come in, you really want them to, like, I would really wish they go vegetarian, straight vegetarian.
Oh,
Like, but I know they are humans, and I just try not to be so harsh. But well, for the next cycle, I don't care. We going vegetarian. I don't care, because we going vegetarian. I
yeah.
find, I'm just not gonna play with them. I'm not gonna play, because if this is what we're dealing with, we need to get to the nitty gritties. So we're doing what we need to do. But it's an emotional thing. Like, it's really hard, like, to see someone go through that. And the goal is, because everyone wants to have a kid. Some people want to leave a legacy, and to see them struggling. Now, we had about 12 babies between between this year, with women with PCOS, 12 babies who messaged and they said, Jess, I am pregnant. And we lost one last month. She lost her baby because it was in the tube. She had PCOS, and again we have to go through that phase, and we're gonna try again. So
Yeah.
it's just an emotional thing. So you just cannot rough people up and treat them like nothing. You know, they reach out and we try our best to, you know, once they have that, we try our best to do what we need to do to get that person in a happy space. Like, okay, you're doing this for you, you're doing this for your body. Let's keep checking on it to see where we at right now, what we need to do better, and let's not have a relapse because you know you just want to get that behind you and move on with to live your best life.
Yeah. Some people may be intimidated because, okay, I'm going to exercise. I really don't want to exercise and I don't have, especially working from home virtually,
Yeah,
I don't have the tools necessary to help me to lose the weight or get the results that I'm looking for.
yeah.
But as I said, I've worked with you for what? Virtually, I've been virtually online, and you already mentioned that persons they use your body weight, but what other tools? Persons who
Hmm.
not at that position in terms of, and they do need some sort of tools.
Hmm.
It's
So
happening. They can.
we use bottled water,
Mhm.
right? Two bottled water and you're fine. You know the detergent bottle that is sell for
Yes.
like $20.
Yep.
We use that. We use the chairs, right? What we use that we use pot. So we basically use every single thing. If you have a step in your house, we're using that too. So we would know there are just so many different things, but we always try to, you know, like during virtuals we would mention if you do not have this, use this. If you do not have that, you could use this. Right? If you do not have any at all, then let's still complete the exercise and you'll just have to make sure and do it to the best of your potential that your form have to be on point. So it doesn't really matter, you know, you don't have to have, you know, so many people struggle, you know, one of the main things I think is the eating. Some people don't have the money to buy the stuff to really eat good, and you know it's a struggle. Some people not working, they are not working. So I think that is one of the major challenges for a lot of persons, you know, that they keep telling you, they would tell you, just I saw the result, but I had to eat what I had to eat because I didn't have the money to buy the right set of foods. You know, they're not, some people just not financially in a good place, but they're trying. They're trying. So we could get the results. We don't have to get all the fancy stuff. You have it right home, and I think our online would have showed people how to get these results in the comfort of your home.
For that person who's not able to, invest in the right nutritional diet, do they have to look at harder?
That person, um, they have to is a sad thing because I mean they would cheat, but it won't be anything too crazy. But
Okay.
they still will not get the results because I saw it where the results it wasn't where I wanted it, and I could have tell. So once I see that, I would call and ask you, um, what's going on? I keep seeing the same.
Yeah.
Talk to me, and they would tell me, and then I. So what we want to do for this cycle, like just take like $5, you know, a donation to five, you know, for persons who cannot afford food, and just try to see how best we could just in a confidential way just donate it to the person to, you know, just buy a little food.
You ever saying all the time that you say you cannot out train
Your
your,
diet.
you can't out train your diet. What? Tell us
Yeah.
more. Yes.
So you cannot out train your diet. Some people think that they could get in the workouts and the body will answer back and they could eat what they want. It don't work like that at all. You have to fuel your body for success. In anything that you do, you have to fuel your mind, you have to fuel your body for the results that you want to attain. So
Right.
if you're not eating good, you're not drinking good, you're not sleeping good, you are stressed as hell. You're just eating the oily, greasy, fatty food. You know you have the PCOS and you're still going and doing the same thing again. You're going to bed with heartburn, diabetes, high blood pressure, you're seeing the foot swelling and you're still going. You're still going. So then that tells me you see that is a deep depression or you just some people they do not have the motivation to go because that sometimes they're in that depression and they're doing that and they don't know what to do. We lost a lady 2 months ago. Her sister reached out, organs already failing, organs already failing, and she passed away. She reached out for personal training. It was too late, 2 months ago. When someone messaged you and they tell you that they would tell me, "Can you call me?" Immediately, I would call, and we sent a trainer. By that time, her organs was failing. Now you would have seen these signs months before. And some persons, they are so deep into the depression that they're seeing the signs and they would still continue to go because they're deep in and there's not nobody around them to kind of pull them out. And so she waited late and her organs failed and she passed away.
That's really sad.
Yeah, these are some of the things that we deal with on a day-to-day basis. So some persons, they see first lady and but they don't see these things, and these things, I hold it very dear to my heart because, like I said, it's an emotional thing to deal with people who want to commit suicide, who don't have money to buy food, who is stressed, they're just ready to leave this earth, and who are battling obesity, PCOS, fibroids, endometriosis, and they are struggling with their body, they are struggling with work, they are struggling mentally, physically, and they don't know how to come out of it. So it's not just about weight loss. Weight loss still won't be the answer.
Holistic healing.
It's healing.
Holistic, holistic
Daily
healing.
affirmations. It's showing up, teaching them to show up, teaching them to show up for themselves, teaching them to be disciplined, teaching them to learn to re-love themselves again, teaching them to love and to learn their body over and over again. And even if you slip up, to understand that you are human and you make mistakes. And these mistakes are there for you to learn and to understand and to reroute and to go back to the drawing board and come again. So I encourage them to, you make a mistake, you laugh and let's go again, honey, let's go. Because you're human. Mistakes are there to show you that you're a human. It's not there to make you feel like a piece of shit.
True that.
It's how you want to take it. My flight delayed, it was delayed. I said, oh, delayed? Let me go and check in a hotel. Let me go get something nice to eat. And then I wake up in the morning and I had breakfast, and I said, you know what, that's God's way of saying, hey, chill out. That then it wasn't for me. I'm not gonna question what he said. If he said that, okay, chill out. Forget it. Don't question it.
Yeah.
Don't question it.
It's really, really what I like about your program just is because of the heavy motivational factor behind it in terms of how you empower women and how you make them feel better. How
Yeah.
did you First of all, how did you get involved in a program such as that? How did you anything that happened, any experience happened that actually
Of course,
you fit the program
my
like that?
coach, my
Oh,
first coach, the love of my life, and that was like my father. And what my clients are experiencing now is what that man was to us while we was kids. And he promised to me that I would be successful, that I would become a star, and that I would be just all of this big thing that he just told us that we was going to be, and coming from poverty, small board house, nothing, some days we have things to eat, some days we ain't have it to eat, and we just had love, and unity, and you could go by the neighbor and get a bread and cheese. Like my best friend, when I was younger, I used to go by them and get bread and cheese and hot chocolate tea when my parents didn't have, or I go by Tanti Diner down there and ask for a plate of food, But this coach, he was a life changing. He was a great mentor, and he passed away with diabetes. So they really want to understand what this program is about and why we are so successful and have one of the it's real.
it
What
is.
this person would have instilled in us, he's in the grave right now. And had we had known that he was really um dealing with the diabetes, we try to talk to him, but he just reached a point where he was tired. You know, he would have made such great, you know, like legends. You know, like we, you know, I was rough. I was rough. I wasn't even seeing all of these things. You know, all these titles and records and you know all this ambition is somebody that believed in me, that took me out of this, and now, you know, we are basically walking in every single thing that he would have promised. And the way how he treated us is how I treat people. Same thing, you know, laughter, motivation, and it just gives you, it's a different method when it comes to coaching. It makes you ride harder, it makes you go harder, it makes you so motivated. It just makes you different compared to everyone. So my story just, it had nothing to do with money. It really was about someone that took me from poverty and believed in me and tell me that I could do this. You just have to follow these steps and be disciplined. And I've been disciplined for a very long time. Hence the reason that we have all these credentials. And like I said, I have all of that. And I still prefer to be in the hot sun helping people to become their best version, because I want to leave that legacy, you know, like he died and now we are doing this, you know. I want to go down the road the same way, just helping people and you know, just yeah, helping people to become the best version and motivating them. And this is his doing. This is what he did for us, and it's only right that we give people that same gift as well.
Yeah, and you said I testimony to what you were speaking about, because I said I was in this program and I admire in terms of how you have encouraged and motivated all the women. Well, we have a few men, but most of us are women in the program. The um, connectedness, the support is
Yeah,
there. And I think that's what a lot of women who are partnered with PCOS need, in terms of that connectedness and support to know that, hey, what, you're beautiful in your own right,
that's it.
and don't give up. Let's fight this. And as you rightfully said, with regards to, yes, you may do something that you're not too proud of.
Yeah,
You go back on your diet,
that's it.
you do something. But you know what? Tomorrow's another day. Just let's
It's
go
another
again.
day. It's another day. And even if you cheat, who's gonna whoop your butt?
Who's gonna whoop your butt? You can
Because
whoop
you
your
already
butt.
done dealing with this thing. I mean, you're human, right? So, but even if you're allowed to make a mistake or two and then come back on the horse again, and
Yeah.
not only that too, but this process, it's a lifestyle. It's a part of you. So you might as well give it a good damn ride, right? Not only that, but I keep using the term, you have to fight, because you are at, right now we are at war with sickness, illness, disease. You know, we are at war with those things right now. But you have to fight. You have to fight for yourself. You have to do what you need to do for you. So that's why I keep saying fight, and I might throw in some fighting moves, because you have to know what it feels like. You have to put yourself on the stove, on the raw fire, and feel what it feels like to give it your best and to burn. And you use this same terminology to be successful in business, work, whatever you want to do, whatever in this life you want to do, because you have to put yourself raw on the fire. I like to go put me on the fire, let me burn one time. Let me experience what that burn feels like. I need to know what that is and what that feels like, so you never get comfortable. And that is some people problem. They get comfortable with less and they get comfortable with nothing.
Sure.
But you have to understand what it means to fight. And when you come from poverty, and when you come from great mentors, and when you see what you are capable of, you got to come for me, because I ain't afraid you. I ain't afraid you. I ain't scared of no competition. As a matter of fact, you not my competition. And I'm ready to go to war at any given point in time, because you ain't beating me just so without a fight. It's going to be a bloodbath show straight to the finish line.
Amen,
And
amen.
that's how I take on battles every single day. So I don't see nobody but myself. Focus like that.
Focus on it. We spoke a lot about motivation and affirmations. For
Hmm.
that person, that sister who don't even know where to begin with the affirmations and the motivation,
Yeah.
how to begin with that? What should she tell herself on a day to day?
The first place you want to go to, and the first person you want to go to, is the big man upstairs.
All right.
That's where the magic starts with. It starts there first. Because the fact that you're questioning yourself, you're questioning your movements, your judgments, things that happen, and you keep putting yourself in a hole. But if you do not have nothing to show, if you do not have nothing to show that is being added to your movie, you are the star in your movie. And if you have nothing to show how you would have been through the struggle, been through the process, been through the struggle again, jump over the hurdle, duck some gunshots, what are you going to tell your daughter when you do get one? Or what are you going to tell somebody younger if you have nothing to show? I don't want to talk to you. You're boring. I want to hear how you go. What? And if you went through that, you're a person full of wisdom, knowledge, and power. And I want to hear what you have to say. Write a book. I would want to read what you have to say because you have something important to say. You've been through it, been through the route, how came through, find the equation. It happened again, and you're back on again. So you start with the big man first. That's where the clarity starts with God. Without God, you can't do nothing. I don't care what nobody say. Let it think I's a hot girl. I just mind my business. Let it think I's a hot girl. Yes. I just mind my business. I don't play with the big man. I don't play with the big man at all. I have full respect, full love, and I don't play with that. I just go to my big man, go to God all the time. So, under all the hot girl things, I don't play with that. I go there when you're feeling confused and you just focus on yourself. You have that conversation. You don't even have the conversation much with anybody for them to weaken you more.
Right.
You work on yourself in private and you deal with the one person. And anything else is after. You be very specific and private with where you go with your person or how you're feeling emotionally. You take those things, you take it to certain people. But not everybody, because other people, they would break you down. Sometimes they break down your spirit. What you working out and getting small for? What you doing all this for? What you doing that? And they're breaking your spirit. They're breaking your spirit. So when I boosting up my girls, they're breaking down my girls. So I just want to go to war full flight when they break down my girls. I hate it. So I just throw my talk online when I'm coaching for anybody who has to sit down on the couch. When I say I train my talk, so to leave that person alone, let them win in silence.
As your way of helping them and supporting them as a
Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Love it. Love it, love it. Jess, we have been speaking for quite a while. I'm open on the floor. If there's anyone who has any questions, they're invited to post your questions up.
Mm-hmm.
But I did have a registration, and registration was to allow persons who don't really want to ask the questions out in the open, but they now want to ask it in a way where they're confident. So somebody did ask the question. I'm just going to put it up. It said, which exercise is better for PCOS, high intensity or low intensity?
Good. So this question, you want to go low intensity because it depends on your mood. Now, if you're a little overweight, you would want to start with low impact, low intensity and rebuild your endurance, rebuild your confidence, work on yourself, take your time. So is what works for you and is based on how much you're weighing and what your goals are. And even based on whatever your goals are at this point, you want to really do the low intense and take your time. Because high intensity, you'll get frustrated. And if you have no fitness, you're going to say, this is not for you, you're done. Because high intensity, bow, fire, take, come here, no rest. Hold it back here, bring it back here.
Right.
But low intensity now, you're still getting the same adrenaline, a nice little pump, but just enough where you are in control. You always want to be in control when you have been dealing with these things. It helps your confidence. I don't want you to come into a high intensity program and when you look now, you can't catch yourself and guess what? you're gonna get traumatized and you're gonna stop workout for the rest of your life. So I would say low intensity. Start with nice little walking, some nice little music, Celine Dion, with your nice little outfit. Get a nice cute outfit, and you get a Savannah now, and then you look now you're pumping, and you listening to your thing with your little sweat jacket on, your Whitney Houston or whatever you like, and you start nice and low, just walking, and then eventually when you look now, you go from walking a little bit into a little walk and jog. So when you look now, your girl now walking and jogging, and because you're catching the rhythm, you're building fitness, your confidence coming, you're seeing the pound shredding, your BMI going down. So when you look now, you start to jog a little more because the weight shedding, the knees they hurting, you have your good shoes, your music on, say turn up to soca now. You see where I start from Celine Dion to Whitney to soca. So you take your time, low intensity. Once you are taking your time, just take your time. You want to, that is your sexy time. Nobody to jumpy you. That is your sexy time.
Love it. Another question that was put forward was, does lean PCOS make it difficult to gain weight? And is it safe to try weight gain with lean PCOS? So lean PCOS are those people who can't, who not obese, but they have PCOS.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And is it safe to try weight gain with lean? Yeah, of course. So basically, that person would be a gains girl, right?
right.
That person would be a gains girl. So, okay, so if you look at me, one, I was 173, but I'm now down to shredding size, which is 158, 157, right? Because I'm shredding now, but you would never tell.
Because of the
You
muscles.
would never tell. I would look. I'm looking as though I'm 173 still. So
Right.
there's different types of exercises, different types of workout that we do to trigger that effect. So weight gain doesn't mean that you're going to have the oily, greasy, fatty food and the burger and the so forth. You're not going to do that. You are still going to eat clean. I still have to eat clean, even though I'm this size. I still have to eat clean, right? So what you want to do, you want to structure your workouts. That person would strictly be doing plenty resistance and also heavy weight, very short reps based on what their goals are, based on what they're trying to build. If they're trying to do some legs, so it depends. And they also would have to supplement. They would have to supplement, so they would have to get the plant-based protein. They would have to make sure they're having, plenty protein into their meals to make sure that you are feeding the muscles. So weight gain is not just about eating the oily, fatty, greasy food because you'll end up with PCOS on high, big belly.
Insulin, yep.
So you want to be 153, but a strong 153. So like I said, you will never tell with my size. I'm still looking like if I'm 173, but I'm really 157 right now because I am working on bulking. So I do a lot of weight training. And I prepare my meals to supplement, to feed my muscles directly. So if I'm having my protein shakes, I have my protein shakes a particular way. I have certain type of meat. I do it in a particular way. I have my meals a particular way. I take my vitamins and minerals. I feed my body. I feed my muscles. So I'm not really putting on weight, but I'm building muscle mass. So and if that person, if they want, they can message me and I'll send them a couple persons who does that same alley where you look petite, but you're looking heavy because you're building muscle.
Mm,
Muscle is heavier than fat.
right. Makes plenty sense. Jess, it has been such a pleasure having a conversation with you. You told us so much now. I think a lot of people who are on want to know how they can get into the program
Okay.
because you're sharing about the benefits. So let them know.
All right. So right now we have um we just open up outdoors. So we have Arima, we have South, and we have Shogunas. So all these it's we just, I don't want too much of a big group. We're just doing small where we can keep track of everyone. But the online, for those who are dealing with insecurities and depression and busy work schedule, have to reach home to make sure and take care of the kids. We have an online program that we have been doing since COVID, and we have one of the largest online program in the country. and still up and running. 95% of the persons come, my girls, they didn't want to come offline for nothing. But what we do is training twice per day, 6 a.m. and 6:45 p.m. And we train morning and we train evening. And it's just a mixture of, weight training, cardio, calisthenics, working on the midsection, working on just mind, body, and soul. So if you want to get through, the number here below that you're seeing is 287-8691, or you can head on to my page, which is First Lady Weight Loss Management. And you could, the link is right there, or you could DM me and I would just push you through. So our new cycle starts next week, the 5th, which is Monday coming here. So we are getting ready we are gearing up right now. And then we have a new system in place that is going to really pay attention. It's actually the first in Trinidad right now where we're going to pay attention clients now, because we have been getting results. I mean, results is the thing, but we also want to hold people accountable to make sure that they are staying on track with what they said, and what you say, and do what you mean. Is you have to get it done. You want a goal, you want to achieve this is what we need to do. We have to do this. And so we have a system in place where we're going to be tracking every client, because 95% of the time we cannot keep up, we cannot see. So now we have a system in place where we could go in, send notifications, track every single thing that they're doing, pull them in to check their weight, make sure and see where they're failing, what can they do better. So we have that system in place now. And we're just taking it to levels. So they could WhatsApp the number 287-8691, or they could head to my page, First Lady Weight Loss Management, and just click the link in the bio or DM me personally.
So, Jessica, are you on Facebook also? Or
Yeah.
just
We're on Facebook as well.
Facebook is at First Lady Weight Loss Management also.
Yeah.
And TikTok?
Yeah. We're on TikTok as well.
Same at First Lady.
Yeah.
So guys, you can find her on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram on all at First Lady Weight Loss Management. Jessica, I'm so happy that you took the time out to have this conversation. I know that everyone who's listening, whether or not they're live on the program or whether or not they're going to catch it on the replay, would definitely gain value from it. And I hope they do take action and reach out to you in their private time, whenever, however they want to do it. Just make the first step to fighting this horrible illness of PCOS. We say it's something that could be fought, and I hope that they take heed and they actually fight.
Most definitely.
We want to thank our audience. They have been so, I guess, we do have 2 comments. Let's see who they are from before we leave. Great, thank you so much. So someone is saying, great, thank you so much. And why not the East? Do you have any sessions in the East?
Yes, Arima.
Arima.
We come into Arima Larry-Gomes. We come in right back home. That's where we actually started our first outdoor. So we're right back in Larry-Gomes Arima.
Tell them again, where will you be? It's Larry-Gomes.
Larry-Gomes, and we're going to Skinner Park in South.
Skinner Park in South. But guys, I'm telling you, person, you go to our street. I personally love it. I personally love the convenience of literally rolling off my bed. Literally rolling off my bed. And what I've recognized also is when I was going to, I do like physical activity with person one-on-one, but it's easier for me to form an excuse in my tired boy. This day was hard, I'm not feeling to go to anything. However, when I'm home, I'm like, Mel, before I turn this down laptop and get off.
And not only that too, sometimes, it used to bother me. It's like when women have to travel home late after they done train.
Yeah.
But some persons, they love their outdoor. But for the ones who have to travel home, I used to be like, I used to want to be like, you're home safe, you're good, you're all right, because you guys see what is happening now, so as women, I don't even want them to be traveling late. So we try our best to you just want to think about everything. I'll kind of take something happening to my clients. They are such beautiful women, and they are just unique. Like, I just have a unique bunch that is adorable.
Yep. Most definitely. So guys, thank you so much again, and just thank you to take any time. Again, we will definitely be in touch. And guys, this has been the first show of Pearl Warrior. I mean, going to be here all through September. The next show is going to be on Saturday at 1 p.m. I'm speaking to Dr. Siobhan Joseph. Now, she's a gynecologist and obstetrician, and she's going to actually tell us how fighting PCOS begins with you actually understanding yourself, and that's also got to do with knowing what's happening with your body. There's so many conflicting information out there. So Dr. Joseph is going to give us full.
Beautiful.
So
Beautiful.
thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. Beautiful
Yes,
show.
it was a great conversation.
Yes.
I mean to say I kept smiling. I think it's your personality too. So it's like it made everything feel so light and achievable. So thank you again.
That's
Thank you, audience. Yes. And
Most welcome.
do share Jessica's contact. Go follow her and share about this show also and help us sister in need. You never know, don't let anybody sit down in silent there and fight this battle. So
Exactly.
yes, we will talk. I'll see you on Monday.
Yes, darling. Thank you so much.
Okay then. Bye guys.
Bye.
Bye.